You know, in the world of artificial intelligence, things are moving at a breakneck speed. And right now, a totally new, absolutely crucial role is starting to take shape. It's not just about building AI anymore, it's about leading it. So today, we're going to dive into the rise of the AI Orchestra Conductor, the person who's going to lead this brand new symphony of intelligence. Look, we've all seen AI do some pretty amazing solo acts. It can write an article, generate a jaw-dropping image, or even compose a piece of music. But that's just a single instrument playing a single part. What happens when you need to tackle a truly complex problem? You don't need a lone violinist for that. You need an entire orchestra with every single section playing in perfect harmony. And that, my friends, is the next great challenge in AI.
And this brings us to a really important idea, the Agentic system. Just think of it like this. It's a setup where a bunch of specialized AIs, we call them agents, all work together. Kind of like a team for a product launch, right? You'd have one agent writing the marketing copy, another analyzing all the sales data, and a third designing the social media stuff. A single AI just can't do all that effectively, but a whole team of them, they definitely can. The real magic, and the challenge, is getting them to work together like a single, well-oiled machine.
So, it stands to reason. If you have an orchestra full of AI agents, you're going to need a conductor. And that's exactly where this new role comes in, the Agentic System Integrator. This is the human expert who stands at the podium, guiding that whole ensemble, making sure all those brilliant individual AI agents are playing from the same sheet of music and delivering a masterpiece.
Yeah, and this is the key thing to get. This person doesn't necessarily build every single AI agent from the ground up. Nope. Their genius is in understanding the entire system. They know exactly when the violins need to come in strong and when the percussion needs to really drive the rhythm. They bring order, direction, and a clear vision to the incredible power of collaborative AI. This pretty much nails the job description. The focus totally shifts from creating models to integrating the whole system. It's all about connecting different models, linking up their memory systems so they can share knowledge and context, and then unifying how they all work so they act as one. It is the ultimate systems thinking role in today's tech world, for sure.
So who are these conductors? Well, you might be surprised. They're probably already walking among us. See, this role isn't about starting from zero. It's really the natural next step for some of the most critical tech professionals we have today.
Okay, take a look at this list. If you see your job title up there, you are already standing in the wings, ready to go. Architects, DevOps, and MLOps engineers. I mean, you spend your days thinking about pipelines, scalability, and how to get different services to talk to each other. This is that exact same skill set, just applied to a new and unbelievably exciting domain: coordinating intelligent, autonomous agents. And this right here shows you the career path, plain and simple. Your expertise in, say, MLOps directly evolves into a role like Agentic Systems Architect, or a specialty in DevOps for AI agents. And these aren't just fancy buzzwords, you know? These are the actual job titles that are starting to pop up as more and more companies build out their own AI orchestras. But listen, to lead the orchestra, you've got to be fluent in the language of music. For an Agentic System Integrator, that language is a very specific set of technical skills that lets them lead the whole AI ensemble.
The role really boils down to three main things. First step is orchestration, just making sure the right agent is doing the right job at exactly the right time. Second is ecosystems. You got to master the frameworks like Crew AI and AutoGen that are basically the concert halls for these agents. And finally, performance, because with so many moving parts, you need serious monitoring and load balancing to make sure the final result is a masterpiece, not just a bunch of noise.
And just like a conductor needs their baton and sheet music, an integrator needs their toolkit. So let's take a look at the specific instruments that make this new AI symphony possible.
This is where the rubber really meets the road. I mean, a grand vision is totally useless if you don't have the right instruments to bring it to life. The tools are what let a conductor translate that vision on the page into a living, breathing performance.
So here it is. This is the modern-day orchestra. You've got your orchestration frameworks like LangChain and Crew AI to direct the whole flow of tasks. Then you have your deployment tools. Think Docker and Kubernetes to give the orchestra its stage. And this is crucial. You need specialized databases both for agent state and vector DBs like Pinecone, which act as the orchestra's collective memory. And then tying it all together, you have LMOps and observability tools, making sure every note is perfect and the whole performance is absolutely flawless. So we've seen the role, we know who the ideal candidates are, and we've looked at the tools you need.
And all this brings us to the final and maybe the most important question. Where do you fit into this future? This shift from single AIs to these collaborative, agentic systems, it's not just a small change. It is a fundamental leap in what's possible. And the demand for leaders, for conductors who can orchestrate all this complexity, is really just getting started. That conductor's podium is empty, and it's waiting for someone with the vision and the skills to step up. The only question is, will it be you?